The harsh truth is, blending in doesn't work for most people. Here's why. Joseph didn't chase for attention. His gifts made room for him. Visibility isn't vanity, it's stewardship. Let's talk about how to stand out without selling out. Hey, my corporate besties, welcome to the Corporate Parable, where biblical wisdom meets boardroom reality. And if this is your first time on our YouTube channel, you're definitely in the right place. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Click on your notification button so for every time we upload a video, you will be the first to get notified. So if you've been following us, you know we're on a series called Your First 60 Days. We've had episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, and this is our final episode, episode 4. If you've ever wrestled with being seen or without being self-centered, this episode is for you. Today, we'll talk about how to stand out with clarity, conviction, and purpose. So standing out without selling out. So we have a character study. As you know, we'll usually have a character study for every episode because there's always something to learn from the Bible. And this is a very popular character. If you've noticed, I mentioned him earlier, and we're going to be talking about Joseph. And the question is, who was Joseph? Joseph is very popular. If I was to call out my top 10 characters, honestly, Joseph would be in the list. Joseph, as a young person, had gone through different challenges. He had been overlooked, he had been falsely accused, and he had been forgotten. Can you imagine? Just one person facing all of these challenges. So Joseph was sold into slavery to Egypt by his brothers because they were jealous of him. He got into Egypt and he worked for a particular master called Potiphar. Potiphar, in this sense, made him in charge and he was favored. But at the point, he was wrongly accused and thrown into prison. He got into prison and he met two people that had dreams and needed interpretation. Because Joseph is used to interpreting dreams, he interpreted this dream for these two people. And it came to pass, he expected that one of the person that survived would remember him, but that person forgot him. So he was in prison for 2 years. Now, something happened in Egypt. Pharaoh had a daunting dream, and it was so disturbing that he needed someone who is wise enough to interpret this dream for him. But could you believe that in the whole of Egypt, nobody, not even one person could interpret that dream? It was a cause for concern. So what happened was, now that person remembered and said, oh, I've done something wrong. How could I have forgotten this person? I know somebody, Pharaoh. I know someone that would definitely interpret your dream. This person has a track record and has interpreted my dream, and that's why I'm in your presence today. So I know for a fact that this person would interpret your dream. Pharaoh was excited. At least there was one person now. He sent for Joseph. Joseph got into the presence of Pharaoh, all cleaned up and looking handsome and clean, and then he interpreted Pharaoh's dream. After hearing the dream and interpreting it, Pharaoh said something which is our core scripture for today's in Genesis chapter 41 verse 39. Pharaoh said to Joseph, because the hand of God is upon you, there is no one as wise and discerning as you. Do you know why he made that statement? Because after that, he made Joseph the prime minister of the whole of Egypt to be in charge of what was forthcoming for Egypt. Now, that wasn't a compliment, that was value in action, because Joseph had solved a problem that needed solution, and he provided the solution. Why? Because God's hand was upon him, he was favored, and over the years he had a track record of interpreting dreams, so it came nice and easy to him. And that is why Joseph falls as a character study for today, because in order for you to be visible and stand out without selling out, you have to solve a problem. You have to make an impact, a valuable impact that gets people noticed and talked about. The real problem isn't your talent, it's how you show it. In today's workplace, do you know visibility can really be tricky? Because at a point in time, you want to be seen, but you don't want to be seen as self-serving. At the same time, you want your work to speak, but sometimes your work gets sidelined. Do you know, this might shock you, but most people don't promote what they don't notice. And they also don't notice what doesn't help them. And honestly, let's be realistic and let's be true to ourselves. It's not the same thing with you. You only promote the thing you notice, right? And there are some things you really don't notice, and it's none of your concern because it's not forgiving you, it's not helping you in any way, it's not adding value to you, right? So it's the same thing with people out there. With what you put out there, is are they going to notice? And what is being noticed, is it going to help them? That should be a constant reminder in your head. And I'm sure you're wondering, So how do I create this fine balance? What do I do? How do I draw the line of not overdoing things, but at the same time let my value be seen? Let's walk through and talk through framework that can help us. Why I'm saying us, because it's also a learning ground for myself. I'm still learning in the process, and that's why it's us, because both you and myself, we're in this journey together, and we are going to aim for standing out with visibility and with purpose, because we're in this life to fulfill our purpose, right? So number one is deliver excellence consistently. Yeah, I said it. Over the years and looking through like the progression of how social media has grown over time, and how people post, and how content creators have evolved, have you noticed that it's only the people that show up consistently that get noticed? But the ones that show up, one off today, I'm on tomorrow, like me now, my personal page, oh my god, one moment I'm off, another moment I'm on, that page is not going to go. What I'm saying is, if you've noticed brand growth over the years and people that are really popular now with regards to content creation or company, you will see their consistency over time and how the excellence grows and goes alongside with it. Now, let's bring it to our work and corporate space. What do you want to be seen and known for? Right. Do you want to be on today, off tomorrow? Or do you want to be seen as someone who gets it and gets it well, or does it and does it really well? Not just one off. Maybe you have a deliverable, or you have a task that you need to deliver on. It's not just you're good today, you're not good tomorrow, or people notice your work today and tomorrow they're like, this is unlike you. When you're delivering, deliver it consistently. Let them see that pattern of this person is really good at what they do. And if you see this work, you know that this person has done it and has done it. That is you delivering excellence consistently. Don't be lackadaisical. Don't be mediocre with when you want to deliver value. You want someone to be impacted. You want to provide a solution. You want someone to speak about what you do. You have to do it consistently. Don't be off today and down tomorrow, or down. Yes. So I'll give an example on one way that I delivered excellence consistently. In the past, where I was working, right, someone who can really be, once I get my hands on something, I get good with it, right? I can navigate my way through, say, a particular tool or a system that needs like working out. So I got used to a particular tool that we're using. I was so good at it that even if I'm on call with stakeholders and they find it hard to navigate or find a particular button on how to do something, I immediately point them into the right direction. So I've been doing it over and over and over again, that people got noticed. It got people noticed that even if I'm not on call, or if they need to get something done, I'll get a message to say, I need to find my way around this. I don't know what to do. Can you help me? Quickly, I jump on a call with them, and in less than 5 minutes, it gets sorted. And it's like, so they noticed that from my end, and it got to a point that even my line manager would say, please help this person with this person is struggling to sort this thing out. Can you help this person? I'm like, oh sure. So I was not like that go-to person. It didn't happen overnight. It was consistently. I was always solving a problem, and even with the tasks, or if I needed to speak with stakeholders, there's a pattern in which I helped to solve their problem, that they saw that consistency in how I deliver. That if they needed something and a problem that needed solution, they come right to me directly. So now that is what we mean when we say deliver excellence consistently. Yours might be, it doesn't matter what it is, no matter how small or big or how large, make sure you put in excellence. Excellence should be your watchword, and not just one of, like I said again, consistently. Number 2 is speak up with solutions. Well, let's get deep into it. Speaking up with solutions, it's not just about you saying this is a problem, you spot the problem, you identify the problem, you identify the issue. No. Or are you just saying there's a problem with this thing, what No, 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 no. Once you're talking about a problem, make sure you've crafted a solution in your head so that when you're asked or called upon to say, so how do we go about this? Then you know the right thing to say. Or even before you're asked, before the moment you spot the problem, make sure you have a direction or a pathway or a solution in that so that you don't just look like somebody that is always criticizing but not providing solutions. Now, an example can be when you're in a meeting and maybe you guys are having a JIRA review or retrospect. You're talking about your sprint. Maybe you had your 4 weekly sprint. You're talking about your sprint, and then you guys are talking about what went well, what didn't go well, what do we do better, what do we change. And maybe people are giving their opinion, and you come and say, I disagree with this. And so why are you disagreeing? What solution can you provide? No. The moment you are coming to say, I disagree with this, what should be in your head is, now, in fact, the best way to approach this is, here's what I think that didn't go well, and this is how I think we should approach it. Now, that is you coming up with solution, right? You're not just talking about the problem, but you're talking about the problem alongside bringing what you think. Or you can even give examples of, oh, this is my experience of this, and this was how we approached it and how we solved the problem. Oh, I've had a similar encounter, and this was what I did to make sure it worked. So you're not even trying to impose something on them. You're bringing up a suggestion that could be looked at and also maybe implemented to see if it works, right? But you're not criticizing or coming up and pinpointing problems when you don't have the solution to it. Earlier in my career, I think those are one of the challenges I struggled with initially was I could spot the problem, but when it came to the solution, I can think of the solution later, but not on the spot, right? So I gradually learned that if you have to spot a problem, please, even if you don't have the final solution, let there be something that follows alongside with the spotting of the problem, right? So it's not just about you blabbing. And honestly, sometimes you don't have to have the answers to everything, but let there be something that you can now go and work on. Or sometimes too, even if you don't want to speak then because maybe you don't have the solution to what you're bringing up, you can go back to say, I'm just going to have a rethink and come back to you. Or maybe in the next meeting you say, oh, I had a thought about what we said the last time. This is how I think we should approach things. Now, this is you still speaking up with solution because you might not necessarily have to do it on the spot. But when you go back and think it through, you're not just talking about the problem, you're now talking about the solution that comes alongside with it. And that is what is going to give you that visibility, clarity, and make you to stand out. Number 3 is, before we go into number 3, once again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Click on your notification button so for every time we upload a video, you'll be the first to get notified. Number 3 is align with what matters. If you only think of solo wins or this is how I did it, I want to win alone, that's not going to help you. That is going to get you stuck in a particular position. Make sure whatever wins you have, you align it to the team's goals, not your personal glory. I know you did the work, and obviously you don't want anybody to take credit for what you've done. At the same time, you don't want it to be like a personal glory. You want to make sure that whatever solution you've provided to a problem is not just impacting yourself alone, but has a positive impact in the team. So aligning with what matters could mean that when you joined the team, there was a particular manual process that was going on that took a lot of the team's time, but then you came up with a solution to help make the process easy. And maybe when you're having your performance review and you're talking about it, what you're trying to say is not how you took the workload off your head. What you're trying to say is how it has helped the team to save time. That is you aligning with what matters. You're not speaking about yourself alone, you're tying it to the team's goals in general. If you notice the life of Joseph, whatever he did affected a whole nation positively. The same goes for you. Aligning with what matters is you not taking personal glory. make sure for every result that you speak about or every impact you speak about, it should be, this is how it has benefited my team. This is how it has helped my team. I remember there was one of my performance review and I did something was very quick really, but then we needed that thing in place to be able to help ease the number of queries my team deals with, right? And when I was speaking about it, what I said wasn't how it helped me. What I said was, this was what the suggestion I brought, this is how we implemented it, and as a result of this, it has helped the team in a positive way. Now that is aligning with it. So number 4 is stay humble, stay ready. You know, the hardest part of growing isn't actually learning the skills. It is when to speak. You know, confidence isn't arrogant, it's silent readiness. So let others discover your gift. Don't demand it, don't chase for it. Allow people to see your gift and observe and trust your gift and what you can deliver and the value that you bring to the value that you bring and you provide. Now let's look at it this way. You know, the hardest part or the biggest lessons I've actually learned while chasing attention is to learn how to guide others. How do you guide? How do you lead the way? So looking at this analogy is a lighthouse versus the spotlight. The spotlight says, look at me, here I am, the attention is on me. And then the lighthouse actually directs and leads the way. Now, you should be a lighthouse in wherever you find yourself. It can be in your corporate space, in your personal life, or anything that you're doing. You're steady, you're clear, and then you're useful. Joseph in himself, he was a lighthouse because he illuminated the path for a whole nation. So you being a lighthouse, and your thought should be, how do I lead, how do I guide, and how do I direct? Not you saying, I want the attention to be on me, or I want the spotlight to be on me. So one thing you should be conscious of is your impact should be greater than your image. It shouldn't be all about your image and I want to be seen. The most important thing is, what impact are you making? So this week, think about it, right? Ask yourself, where do I bring value silently? How do I speak up with solutions? How do I align with the team goals and what matters? How do I stay ready at any point in time and be useful? How do I become visible in a strategic way? And how do I stand out with clarity, conviction, and with purpose? Let's continue to build wisdom that works. And thank you for sticking with me all through the 4 episodes. I'm pretty sure you've learned something today. Don't forget to drop in the comment section, what is that particular gift that you're still hiding and people have not discovered? Or maybe you're not thinking about, there's something I need to do about this gift, because there's something valuable that needs to come out from the inside of you and that needs to get other people noticed. Thank you for sticking with me, and I'm going to see you on our next week's series. You don't want